is also a very disturbing story, especially as we are coming from Eliud Kipchoge doing Kenya so proud. Then Kenyans blast CS as netball team is stranded in South Africa. Now, just to give you a bit of a scope of what this story is all about, we have the netball team in South Africa, and they got stuck because, one, they did not have accommodation, two, they did not have food. Now, these are Kenyans who have gone to represent their country. But somehow, apparently, they landed, and the hotel to which they had been promised to stay, they did not stay because apparently a deposit had not been paid. So, of course, the CS was on the spot with Kenyans going on Twitter to ask what is going on. This is not the first time that this has happened. We've also had footballers stuck in airports and sleeping on the floor. Mheshimiwa, should this be the point where the CS for sports says, look, I really cannot do this job. I admit that I am unable and I step down?
Madam Amina is a perfect diplomat, maybe properly displaced in this docket. But even aside to that, this ministry has been blood also with graft. The money that would amend to this netball team could be in people's pockets today as we speak. And you know for sure there are many other issues, including bringing in some dancers, you know, a mockery of the entire system of security of our country. I think it is a shame. Remember, the president the other day, Amina Mohamed, he actually crowned a great Kenyan who made us proud, and the whole world stopped to watch us for about 2 hours. Every eye was focused on Kenya.
Right.
To have this again as a negation of what we have achieved is a shame. Perhaps, maybe, it's the high time the president rethinks the position of giving Madam Amina a better slot. That maybe she can...
A better slot? Why not just retire? Wouldn't that be moving a problem from one docket to another?
Well, perhaps again, because when you are in administration, it's not really that the minister must do this. Yes, a director of sports, there's everybody else involved in technocracy.
It's all about
management. There's a PS, there's a cabinet administrative secretary in this ministry. Even if she was not, the heart was not in sports, truly she has a support team that works for her. But basically I think we're saying the whole thing needs to be rethought. And let me tell you, we have made sports a very not attractive sport, because when our sportsmen and ladies work so hard, you've seen even the Kadenge dying in absolute poverty.
Absolutely.
And this is exactly what makes people not get motivated to get to this sport, for example. Why? It's easy maybe to pick money from these people and perhaps make it easier for the guys to keep making money. But I think it's high time that even maybe not only the minister, but I think the entire ministry took responsibility. But the back, of course, remember, stops with the minister.
Right.
So what you rightly say also is that it is not about a management skill. Does not mean that you're supposed to be a professional in that area. You need to use the management skill to manage any environment. Right. And of course, the leadership calls for you to adapt to situations. And if Madam Kanda perhaps the president need to ask her to quite quietly exit the scene and give somebody else a slot to give glory to Kenya that Kenyans deserve.
Yeah, of course, and that, also brings into light the recent appointments that were done. Kenyans were up in arms saying that, we are recycling people who cannot perform. But that's a story for